This is cool. Hey mom, look what I found.
Honey, what is that?
I don't know, I just found it.
Oh my gosh, she's a furry!
Hey! So Dragon, my Sona has a very thick storyline. How I came up with them and what led me to this fandom is a very long story. Around my sophomore junior year, back when COVID was still heavy hitting the US, I turned to Discord and games for interaction. Now don't get me wrong, I saw friends when I could, but I had maybe only one or two people that I would hang out with at the time. I was with one group of people online, and this was back when I really loved the How to Dragon series. I still really love that series, if you're wondering. I have the discs stored away somewhere. Which, I really fell in love with the art and stuff, and would quite frequently use it for, like, wallpapers and profile pictures. Also, don't mind my voice, I just woke up. The people in that server would constantly joke with me about being a furry, and at that time, I had no good idea of what it was. The only idea of a furry that I had in my mind was, oh, people do it with animals, which I wasn't about. They kept pushing and stuff and ragging on me, so I eventually got curious. Again, this is not my normal voice. I have a groggy voice because, and so now to the next thing. Hi. Somewhere in that time period, I found the local library Discord. This was where I would find my first furry interaction, and the person I met was odd, but aren't we all? I started talking to them about general stuff, getting to know them, and they were pretty chill outside of political and religious views. Now, outside of Discord, of course, I found a lot of furry games on Roblox, Dragon's Life being one of them. It's actually how I made my Sona, at least the design for it anyway. The YouTube-wise, I mentioned in my other videos, I had another channel before this one. This is where the lore for Dragon was born. It was crappily written. I did enjoy writing it though, and it was fun. What do you expect? I was 16 when I wrote it. Has a part of me thought about remaking the Sona? Yes, I actually have thought about that. I'm not proud of the lore I made, but the Sona still feels like home. And I can hear the next thing about this. Why don't you make your own avatar? And I would tell you what, if you want to make me an avatar, go right ahead. Because I'm a broke college student. So I asked a person about what a furry is, and this is what they said. It's basically people who enjoy expressing themselves through anthropomorphic creatures, both fantasy and real. Now, is that what they actually said? I don't know. It's been a few years since I've talked to them. I should probably text them. I asked, what about the people who do it, like, do it with animals? Or want to, anyway. Their response was, oh, that's zoophilia. We should have pushed those people out of the fandom. And I'm over here like, oh, cool. So the fandom isn't as weird as people make it sound. A few months after this is where I went to my first furry Discord server. I absolutely adore this group of people. After a while of being in the server, I really started loving this fandom. Now, there will always be outliers. That's with any fandom, because we're all humans. Outside of the outliers, I did manage to make a few good friends in those couple servers. And to those who are wondering, both those servers got deleted. Not at the same time, and not for the same reason. But yeah, they're gone now. One of them actually helped draw my Sona. It's right there. Here, look at it. And I thank you, because I loved it. Anyway, next thing. Speaking about the guy who drew my Sona, he was one of the first people I actually started playing this game with, which started my love for this game. Blah 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 blah. We're here now. After a while being on this game, when I came to it, I started considering myself a furry that summer. After school, when I started playing more and more, one of my friends I started hanging out with broke me out of my introverted shell. Since I grew up very sheltered, I never had the ability to really break out of that shell. And, this was the chance to do it. That summer, which changed my world, basically. The friends I would grow to love and adore like brothers and sisters. And, of course, there's drama with every group. Every group goes through that. Doesn't matter how secure you think you are. As that summer went on, I became more and more comfortable with the fandom. Don't get me wrong, I don't think I'd ever tell my coworkers that I'm one. But I've grown a lot since I started, this fandom, and I can imagine people saying this or that about the fandom, but my experience is a lot. This fandom pushes you to show your individuality, and from your religious beliefs to the goofiness of your own heart. Acceptance is the name of this fandom, and the people in it have honestly pushed me to be a better person. Finding the right people is the most important thing for anyone, wanting to start or just investigating in general. Having a solid foundation of people behind you who you know are going to be in your corner through all the bullcrap. Anyway, enough of the sappiness. I'm very grateful for this fandom and what the people have done for me, and as always, yay!